Hey there, fellow miners. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Inquest of the Dead. Episode 40, an Enclave Craving Raw Steel. No, stop firefight. Oh my, why are you doing this to me? You're not allowed to firefight anymore, Kadath. It's not even a home zone. He's just like, no, the fire's near me. I want to put it out. Stop it. No, you're not allowed to firefight. You're literally, I took you off firefighting queue. You're just, okay, you know what? Do it that way. I'm done. We're done. He's like, fire on, fire off. Fire on, fire off. Cut it out, yellow pyro. Quit playing with the fire. He's not as scared of fire. I mean, if he was, you would. I don't think you're allowed to ignite in that case. I could be wrong. I don't know the full details of the ignite mod, but I suspect it'd be something like that. Name of the song? Disposal Unit. Maybe the Disposal Unit Imperial mix? One or the other. Oh, crap. I missed one. We're going to triangulate its position. All right, there we go. I don't see... okay, yeah, we're really in the clear now. There's nothing around us anymore. You know what, Perkins? I am really tired of you smashing up your room. Are you not thankful to have protection? Little warning shot. Start behaving, or you'll start dying. Kadath is tired of replacing the same stupid lights over and over. So we're gonna let the outside deal with you if you keep being a pest. Oh, crap, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. What a waste. Why is that the default? Prisoners, colonists, everybody gets no meds by default. Haha. I'll use meds when I want to. Not when you want to. Shining edifice. Yeah, no. Oh my god, that's a lot of materials. Yeah, no. Now, the bed encampment, I'm still not doing. I'm just trying to get all the other things that we wanted done first. So if you're wondering, hey, you know, about that quest that you had queued up, I haven't forgotten. Alright, at this point, the smelt destroy. So we don't have a smelt tainted apparel yet. And I feel okay smelting all tainted apparel now. Now that we're making armor. It might be a little too soon, but I'm going to do it anyway. So if it's tainted, I smelt it. I don't care what quality. I don't care at all. Just smelt it. We have tons of helmets and armor that we've been stripping off of bodies for like plasteel, steel, etc. And we're just going to start working on that queue. In fact, Kadath, you'll be the architect of that progress. Wait, seriously? That was it? No. Okay, there we go. Alright, Fab Bench numero dos. And your resistance is 11. Alright. Unless I get an inspiration, that's probably going to be a slow progress. Because he's been shot and beaten. And probably starved, deprived of meds. Treated less than ideal, in other words. We still have yet to find another long-range plasteel. We have a decent amount of plasteel now. We've got 500 But we are almost out of regular steel. What is the closest? That's really far away. Also really far away. I know I could haul things like slag, but that doesn't really make a ton of sense. Where was the deep drill site for steel? Yeah, I think there was... Yeah, that's not terrible to get to. So let's go ahead and run... I'm going to queue up the deep drill to be moved here. And then... I don't want to get too close to the tree. Because otherwise, we ruin its efficiency. But we can build a little path out that way. Good, I avoided the tree. And then we'll have a spot for steel. So I like it. Let's get that built when we can. I have a lot of construction projects going on right now, so I don't know how reasonable it will be to do soon. But now that we've done a lot of the high priority hauling, at least we can allocate the manpower to something like that, potentially. Celso, you, oops, this is my fault. At least you're not freezing to death. Reminds you of the Frostborn tunnels? Yes, that it should. And then we do have plasteel here. What I'll do is I'll mark this in a zone. I think it was right there. Yep, okay. So I just have a future reference for where plasteel might be. Because this area has a lot of shamblers around it. This area is kind of far away. And then this is really far away. So there isn't really any other convenient steel. So getting it from underground over here, I think is going to be the easiest to get to. What's stressing you out? Pain, hunger, recreation, armor, tattered and tainted apparel. We're working on it. We're working on it. I probably can't afford a nice armchair. So I'll do a steel. Well, we don't even have a lot of steel. Hey, a stool made of stone. So comfortable, right, guys? So over here, what I'm going to do is Kadath's advanced components built. Let's copy and paste it over, and then remove the wizard stuff off of here. So that's gone. That's gone. That's gone. Actually, they're all gone. I don't think Wizard had his own bill. So Wizard's bill will be at the bottom here. This will be Wizard's components bill. Due until, I think, 20. Look, groups, components. And then due until 4. But I'll probably change that number eventually. And this is for Wizard only. So then on the other one, get rid of the armors. So this is Kadath's, Scorps, Nabes, Kadath, Scorps, Nabes. And is that all the smiths? Yes, that is all the smiths. Sakura is totally ready to regrow some limb. That sounds dirty. Let's hit... I really want to hit good with it, but let's probably hit someone else with it. Glitch is already asleep, so we'll wake up and he'll have a better torso. I guess. And bionic replacements got research. So we are going to jump packs. And then one of the other bionic replacements I'm going to do is a spine for... for Nabla. Because I don't believe the regenerate limbs will work on the spine. That's for like missing body parts, scars and the like, not for like age-related injuries. And 84 Shamblers approach from the southeast. All right, that's becoming the new northwest. Previously, the northwest was like completely covered in Shamblers, but now it's the southeast. Yeah, it's becoming a nightmare. Indeed, it's always one nightmare or another. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is going to be the first recon armor. And it's almost done. All of the heal root is planted. Almost 100 plants. We still have a lot of wall sections that are like pretty damaged. I should enable Cathanon's mod to show like wall durability percentages via color. I had meant to add that this stream and just forgot. Checking on other health. So I know Good has health problems, permanent injuries. Sun Tzu does. That's recent. Nabla needs a spine, and Nabe needs a bite scar. And these double fab benches are definitely helping out. Let's quickly just throw the stool together. There we go. Do I want to grow tox potatoes inside the walls? That's a good question. I think with all the rice we have, I have a hard time believing that we're going to have like a food scarcity issues. It's entirely possible that we do. But what I do want to do is grow psychoid. So I'll toss some, this is probably like an overabundant amount of psychoid, but toss some psychoid back down. So that we can keep up with our T-bills. Can you get an age reversal as a rat? No, you're only 4. I mean, in RimWorld, how long do rats live to what? 8? You're middle-aged. You're like me. You're gonna have some spine issues, maybe some carpal tunnel. It's fine. You're good. No big deal. Is Kid out there wearing a flag vest? He is. He also is a jogger, so it's not a big deal. He moves faster than just about everyone. So he can afford the movement speed loss. Whereas the average pawn cannot. After jump pack, what do you think is reasonable to research? IDs, marine armor, double strand, roll apparel, mortars, moisture pump. What else is in there that I could do? No, I kind of like that list. So we'll go with that list. With that said, I'm still considering the band encampment here, because that's a decent amount of rewards. Either we have new rec types, a book, and a skill trainer, or like plasteel and advanced components. All of them are pretty decent rewards. And it wouldn't be that hard to send the shuttle out, clear a camp, and then come back. So after you're done voting in this poll, we'll vote on whether or not we accept the other quest. And if so, where we go. Now, the only issue is I'm going to need to use steel to get steel, right? We're going to need some cabling to get out to that deep drill site. So I'll probably have to unrestrict goods zoning and grab steel from elsewhere, I'd imagine. Where is there a good amount of steel? God, her heat is ridiculous. 1 point off from 666. I'm glad she doesn't have a lot of murderous mental breaks, because I'm not really sure we could do anything about them other than just, like, curl up in a fetal position and hope to not be angered. Or draw her ire, I should say. Would Devil Strand be useful? It's never not useful. It's just, it has a really long growth period. We do actually get some winners here that would stop growth and possibly kill off due to cold. So, I'm not going to say it's not useful, but it might be tricky to actually have it mature all the way before it dies without a greenhouse. And we could build a greenhouse for it, you know, like roofed up grow light, because obviously it can't be hydroponic grow. But roofed up grow light is outside of our power budget. So that I would say that is sort of my assessment. You're welcome to disagree with me, however, but like that's at least how I feel about it, that it's not maybe a reasonable thing to do as a result of the cost. You know, when you're trying to weigh cost benefit, getting people into recon armor is maybe only a little bit harder and a lot more worth it. This map does freeze. This map absolutely freezes. We've had a lot of cold snaps where it will kill off. So it says growing period year round, but we've had volcanic winters, we've had cold snaps. We could, if we had stuff like that, quickly try to like roof everything up and like protect it. So I'm not necessarily saying no, I'm not fully convinced that we would be able to keep it alive. And then we have Theo, who's suffering from paralygabasia, who they want us to keep prisoner, so we'll vote about that in a minute as well. So it looks like you guys do want Devil Strand next. That's totally cool. Should we accept the Bandit Camp quest? Well, actually, you know what? Let's just do what reward? And the reason I'm just doing what reward is there's not a penalty for not doing the Bandit Camp quest, so it's like freebie. So reward number 1 is a cooking trainer and a masterwork rec book. Reward number 2 is a telescope and a harpsichord, and reward number 3 is advanced component and plasteel. And glitch your conscious 8 more hours, okay. Oh, they planted that stuff fast. You know, let's just keep going. If they're eager. Okay, you guys want the combat equipment. Copy that. So 8 pirates, huh? Got it. I'm sort of wanting to bring Kadath out to like murder them in a fun way. So, wizard, I'm gonna have you make a little bandolier for me. I'll bring backup. I'll just, like, take Good and Kadath out there, send 2 captains to crush pirates. That sounds like fun to me. But I was considering giving Kadath... Actually, he can keep the rifle that he has. But I want him shooting a little bit faster. Bandolier time. He had a bandolier before, he just like lost it from wear and tear. Man, even his gun link's about to break. So once they're up in the morning, we'll send them out. If we're starting to do real meals again, I'll try to put the shelf a little bit closer to the entryway to the kitchen. Or you know what I could do? I could, let's do this better. I'll remove a hopper here, put it over there, and then move that shelf to right in the doorway, and that should be a little bit easier. The anti-flood... Oh, I made a mistake here. But the anti-flood bridges are almost entirely done. Technically, we don't need that one either, but... Supports a building. What building? No, I just want it removed. Oh, there's a conduit there. Yep, that makes sense. You're set. You're set. Okay, they're both set. Sending the captains out. So set to load. Kadath, good. That's it. We need no one else. She was busy mining, wasn't she? Oh, well. So this is a raid source. We're going to here instead. Drop at edge. And maybe we go to the raid source too. Although the raid source isn't paying me anything. They're just here to... They're just trying to harass Perkins, who's our prisoner. Sakura, you have enough psi focus to do it again. So, Nabe had a scar. Let's get Nabe next. Maybe don't knock Nabe unconscious when he's... Never mind, wait. we don't need him passing out from a coma up here. I think that would be a little dangerous. So, guided shot. Doubles the weapon range and guarantees hits for the duration. And, firing focus increases the attack cooldown. And between these two... I could probably just murder their entire Enclave. I don't even have the psi focus for firing focus. But, like, it might not matter. Why aren't you shooting, though? Yo, you have to... Oh, because it already... Okay, never mind. Backup time. He needs more psi focus. He needs to level up. I would like to get that low shield pack, so Kiki, give that to me, please. Oh, you! I was gonna say something mean, but I'll hold my tongue. Any of you vampires? If they're not a vampire, I don't really mind them fleeing. Oh, you're a Sangi. Okay, Sangis must die though. Whoa! Okay. What did I do to you? Cut your torso off. Yep. Deserve a sanguiphage with an incendiary launcher? You are perhaps the dumbest sanguiphage known to man. You fire and then freak out. Like, I'm surprised they're even permitted to spawn with equipment like that, because it really is self-sabotaging, truly. Because they're pyrophobes. They freak out at the sight of fire. One-hit wonder until we're trying to cut its head off. And yes, I know there's an active turret down... yeah, active turret down there. So, Kadath, just, like, maybe uninstall the battery. That should do. To turn off the turret, and then this site is ours. My turret. I don't really want... so I don't think I need a battery back here. I mean, we have two. It wouldn't hurt. But I don't need a steel turret. That's just going to break down, and obviously solar... I don't mind adding solar panels to our colony. Like, truly, especially if we start to get grow lights. That's the best way to offset grow lights. But we don't need solar here. And then good. Let's have you check out what the loot is. Now, I know I needed steel, and we aren't bothered by corpses, so it's not necessarily reasonable to empty out the gibbets and then, like, take the steel from the gibbets, too, from this site. Just as a raw material source. These are slate beds, not helpful. Plasteel helmet we can take. And let's force these open. Where are you going? You're meditating? Don't do that. So I'll try to grab as much metal from this site as I can. So that our woes are answered. And this... we should be rewarded? Yes. Okay. So I'm assuming... yep, there it is. Plasteel. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The hell? Okay, hold on. These aren't angry, so we haven't pissed them off yet, but yeah, it's definitely time to get inside. I'm glad I noticed that, because that's, like, a pretty big group that's been, peeved. So, I'm going to repaint the close to home zone. I'd like to continue mining if possible, and it should be possible. We just can't go west or south. So, remove the doors. Remove the outer wall, because they shouldn't... I don't want to leave the compound to be able to repair those. And I think it should be safe to continue working here. Yeah, that was migratory patterns of zombies, right? There is a lot of granite tiles due to this being morbid tiles, but like I don't have the pack weight for all of that stuff. I would love to grab that granite, but I don't think it's reasonable on this trip. Where are they going? Wait, what the hell? They're like curving. Alright, that door is forced open. That's a terrible idea. Hey, Ross, can you like kind of tiptoe? Okay, they're coming inside. Crappity crap. That's my fault for leaving that door open. Brawlers into position. Let's get our away team home pronto. But I do not want to leave everything that we just worked towards behind. So we'll set to load that. And then speed boost and speed boost. Another hidden reason why I added them to the roster for this task. So what I'm hoping to do is slam this door shut before the whole horde notices. Because what happened here, if you're wondering, is they were given like orders to move around. And because it was valid for them to move around into our base, they had an order to do exactly that. Because they could path here. It's the same way like Thrumbos will like go to eat food. They'll come into your base to eat trees. And they will path accordingly. I think we don't really have a good spot to burn corpses, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a corpse dump here. Because there's nothing flammable around there. And copy and paste. But have this be a lower, so it's a backup. Now, this doesn't keep them from respawning, because we don't have a complete roof. And then this one is pissed, but it's chewing up this wall. So if I build a backup wall, I'll do a different material. Build a backup wall here, it should keep them out. Hopefully. We'll see. And this is being held open due to steel as well. Yep. Because I think I drafted good. She like dropped it or something. I don't know. Oh my god, don't haul some of it. My goodness. Constructors. Addy. Go repair that. I'm actually surprised, because they're not aggroed. So I'm surprised they're attacking my door. I'm not sure why they're doing that. Yo, RCV, the hell's taking them all so long? I'm like, go build stuff, and I wait like 5 minutes, and it's like not even done. Someone aggroed something. Who's fleeing? Good is. Oh, good. Right. All of the. Okay. Yep. Just get inside. All of the gibbet corpse people started to wake up. Cause yeah, I don't know why it didn't occur to me. Yeah, they're corpses. I'm just gonna leave. So I know I'm leaving some stuff behind. Whatever. Is what it is. Funny omission. So they're just chilling now. This one's still kind of pissed, but the rest are not trying to chew their way in. Because I didn't aggro them. So, we are trying to add to our steel. And just, like, piss off this Shambler even more. Now, this Shambler has 2 days. I don't want to keep repairing for 2 days. But these guys are at least leaving the area. Yeah, I freed the corpses. The corpses were contained, and I uncontained them. And that was my fault. So we did manage to get some stuff. A decent amount of steel and components and uranium. It's not terrible. That will help a bit. Okay, why are you mad? I don't recall pissing you off. Oh, and apparently observing the cages made us upset. We don't mind corpses, but we mind cages? What? Alright, whatever. And as I mentioned before, we are going to have to burn these guys up or they're going to revive. I haven't forgotten about that. That also probably means not having it be part of the home zone, or we're just going to try to fight the fires we're setting pointlessly. All right, Addy, you can let that shambler, like, chew that wall. I don't care. Wow, RCV, good lord. You were in, like, a 10-second fight, and you're that messed up? Oof. So most of the straggle. Oh. Yes. All the shamblers up here died of unnatural causes, realistically, but they're all dead at the moment. So let's burn them while they're downed. Ah, crap! I missed one. That's fine, cause Good was here a second ago. Hey, Nabe. Watch out. Because that makes this area a little bit safer. Now that there's not some shamblers. Because some of the shamblers, if you have noticed, some of the shamblers roam around the map and then some just kind of camp. So the camper shamblers aren't that much of a threat as long as we know where they are and where to avoid. And then this one here, I'm probably going to have Good dispatch. Because she's just going to, for the next 2 days, continue chewing up the walls until we kill her off. So I want to get rid of her. I also want granite. So I'm going to move the drill here so that we can build our granite supply back up, because we are out of granite for repairs, and that's going to be pretty critical for our security. So this is a granite chunk deep drill. So some of the granite we need, we can recoup from the barricades to get that wall built, but like we're gonna obviously want to build up a nice healthy supply of granite for any future repairs. So I'll have Madzi break this stuff down so that at least we can have like a perimeter wall. We haven't even been able to scoop up the plasteel yet. Somewhere or another, we got the advanced components, as far as I know. Who is wearing the armor that we made? Did we? Where is it? So I think... Ross. All right, Ross. Sorry, but you don't get to wear that. I could have separate armor bills, but I'm just gonna micromanage it. It's gonna be a little bit easier because it's a moving target. We're like, it's recon armor for now, but we're like halfway to jump packs. So rather than have to keep tinkering with the bills, I'd rather just micromanage it. It'd be a little easier. Okay, before anyone plans on just like walking into our base because it's completely open, Madzi, take a break of the barricade breakdown and put the wall in. And then remove these two. Scary with an open wall? I mean, we're kind of used to it by now, sadly. Our walls get breached like multiple times a week. It's not to say that I'm happy with that being business as usual, but sadly, it's business as usual. I don't know if we can afford to put hops in here, but I'm going to try it anyway. Because it seems like we are okay for food for now. And I will adjust accordingly if that remains not to be true, but there's always toxic potatoes planted, you know, somewhere like here. I don't know, here might be safe-ish to plant. So for now, I'm going to focus on getting granite for the walls out to the deep drill steel site, because that's why we stopped building this. We ran out of granite. And I don't think there's any granite chunks like close to the base. It's kind of hard to tell. Maybe I'll... God, it's... Yeah, there's a little bit around here. So I'll allow that to be hauled. So there's no enemies around there. Why does... Wait, what else is tattered on you? Your shirt. Okay. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Inquest of the Dead, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow Inquisitors.